Hi, everyone. My name is Ahmed Bayoumi. I am based in Gothenburg, Sweden. I am a CTO for a company called Contica. Uh, been working in the integration since about decade, and I am Microsoft Azure MVP. Been awarded in 2025. Uh, well, that's about me. Let's now go ahead and see what we're gonna talk about today. What I will be talking about today. I will show you an example on how Logic App Agent Loop can simply uh, give us back days in work and in days in time by just automating a simple logic. And we'll be talking about a customer case that we had uh, at Contica that it's a small car shipping company that have been didn't have any IT department before, and then they start to scale up, and they realize that the issue, the normal issue that most of the companies when they scale up realize that they need an IT department, they need an integration platform, and that's where we came into the picture. And then we started to talk to them, and then we decided we had some plans of creating a modern integration platform where we will be creating APIs integration, chatbots, AI, all those shiny stuff that we all like, um, which is great. But also, we had to calculate some things before we approach this project, especially because it's a small company, and we need to really give them business value fast, so we can help them grow and scale up in the pace they were seeking. So if we think about approaching a transformation project from mathematical approach, is first, what it takes is the developers need to be sitting together with the business user to get all the information about the business. What is it? What is the manual work they do? What is their challenges? So we can actually transform that into integrations that reflect uh, value to their business directly. Our constraints is usually the business users. Since it's a small company, they have this already tasks that they have. They have the bookings they have to handle. They have the operations. They have the follow-ups they have to do. And if we remove them from the equation and start to develop solutions on our end by our own, we will end up with less to no testing, no feedback from them, and no new routines that's implemented. So that will cause delays and quality risks on overall the transformation project, which is something we don't want. So the unsolved formula is the developer plus the business users minus the time that needs for testing, the feedback, and the whole loop. That's the unsolved occasion, and we cannot just go ahead and jump on our technique. So we focused on how to fix our first issue, which is freeing time for those business users, because the ships must keep moving, the business must go on, and the project must go on. All shows must go on. We are technical people. We can scale servers in seconds, but we cannot scale a person daily working hours. We cannot scale up their daily capacity. They have so much hour every day, and they are already operating on 100% capacity. So we start to dig deeper on their daily routines, and we found out something that's where times actually quietly disappears. And it was a simple task. It was a manual booking that's from small customers to them, and it usually comes to a mailbox, and it comes in different languages from different countries, and they usually give different information. Sometimes the missing booking information in their mail, and the business user has to deal with all of this and communicating back and forth with the customers before actually going ahead and manually registering the booking in their booking system. So we had two approach. Either we start now to map a more complex solution to fix this, or we need something now to help us actually start with this transformation project. So we need to deliver value now and free time now. So we need something simple, smart, yet smart enough to handle the complexity level of this simple task. And we need value today. So we figured, why not just add an agent loop into this equation. So we have the agent loop that's doing exactly what the business user need to be doing, and answering the email, getting the booking, and following up with the customers, which is actually, we extended the business user capacity by giving them a really smart, powerful assistant that doing exactly the things they used to do manually in the way they like to do it. But seeing is believing. So let's see how this works actually. Here is a logic app agent loop that's usually waiting for an email to be coming in a mailbox. And what we did is we give it the instructions, as you can see, according to the business needs. And we give it also some tools. What we needed is we need to reply to emails, give the customer confirmation. We need to send approval mail. We need to send it to a workflow that's actually register this logic, this booking. And we needed to compose the JSON file that we will be sending to this workflow that will be calling, that will be registering this booking. All this while keeping the operation team, the business users, in a loop and informing them via Teams channel. So let's try to see how this works. Here I prepare 2 different emails in 2 different languages. Let me go ahead and send them now. So they will be working. And what happened now is my logic app will be triggered shortly. And once it's triggered, I should get an email here in English, the same language as I sent to the logic app, telling me that we will be looking at your booking. But I also, interestingly, getting an approval mail here, because the information, I included everything on my email that I sent earlier. So there was nothing wrong with my email, with my booking. So it decided to go ahead and book it. But before doing that, it went back to me as a customer and asked me to approve. So I will go ahead and approve now. So if we go back to our logic app here and check out what it's actually doing in the background, as you can see here on the right, it have been executing some tools, replying to email and giving the approval and waiting for the approval, building JSON file, registering the booking, and then it actually did register the booking. So all of those succeeded. So we have a happy flow. And if I go back to my email, I can see that my booking is being confirmed and all this. And it doesn't matter actually what language can I see, because Logic app understand all the language I will be sending, and it will be communicating with me with the language that I did send it to. And if we check here in Teams, it still kept the team on the loop and sending them this information about my booking. So as we can see now, what we did is we did something really small and simple, and it was possible to deliver this fast, and it did free people time and scaled up their working hours during the day, so they don't have to think about this anymore. They just need to keep track of it if it needs something, and it will always keep them in the loop. So the key here was starting small, because as you say, starting small always end up with succeeding big. According to one of the MIT latest research, it's called AI in Business 2025. They did a research on 300 enterprises that's implementing AI projects. They found that 95% of those companies did not really deliver a measurable value, but 5% have succeeded. And if we look at those 5%, what they actually did different, how did they succeed with those things, with their AI innovation project, is they started small. They integrated the AI in their daily tasks. They started to automate those small hours, 1 to 2 hour tasks into AI automated workflows. And they focused on learning how to actually identify those kind of small tasks that actually steal the hours, the time from them. And since all of this, it was a really small tasks, it was really easy to measure. You don't need to create a huge KPI lists to measure those kind of things because it's really small, easy to achieve, fast to produce. And that's this strategy aligns perfectly like a glove with what Logic App Agent Loop can do and achieve today. Well, like to wrap this up with like how this is out as an integrator. It was a dream to just actually deliver fast value to the customer. This is what the integration is all about, is to deliver value and communicate fast with communicate with the customer and make their daily life easier. And that's exactly what Logic App made us achieve in this case. Thank you for joining me today, and talk to you in another occasion. Have a good day.